So for this assignment, you're going to be placing a cube below, on, and above the horizon line in 1-point perspective. So you're going to need this horizon line first. You can do that by taking your triangle and lining it up on the edge here and creating the line. It doesn't make it all the way across, so you can turn it and finish up the line. You're going to give yourself a vanishing point, and then you have to start creating your cubes. So we know how to make those little rectangles, right? So we're going to do that. I'm going to take my triangle. I'm going to draw a line this way. I'm going to slide it over. Make sure those lines are parallel. Slide it over. Then I'm going to turn my triangle this direction here. Slide it down depending on what size I want it. So this is what I'm going to start with. I can clean up the edges here too if that helps. You can see it a little better. So I have this nice shape I'm starting with, and in order to make that into a 1-point drawing, I'm going to take this, this, and this, and take all three of them back to the vanishing point. So let's start with this place right here. This is where these two lines meet right at the corner. I get them lined up really well. I hold my triangle in 2 places. There's one. There's 2. And 3. Okay, so now we have these 3 corners going back to that vanishing point, and now we're going to take our triangle and we are going to create parallel lines right here, parallel with those, and a parallel line right here that's parallel with these. So in order to do that, I use my triangle like this. Let's turn it this way. Okay, you can see this line is parallel with this line, and then the third line is going to be parallel also. So let's move this paper so we can make this a little more accurate. And you can decide, well, maybe I want my shape to be right there. And you're going to take your triangle, super carefully, hold it in place. So I'm going to move that over just a tad. Okay. Parallel line. And then the other parallel line is going to go the opposite way. So I need to take my triangle and work with it this way. So we've got a parallel line here and here. And then we're going to slide it over to this one, make sure it's lined up on the edge of my paper. Okay, and now we have this cube in 1-point perspective. Technically it's not a cube because I didn't measure, but it looks like a cube. If we measured it to make sure that all the things were accurate, then it would be technically a cube. But this potentially could be a rectangular shape here. So that's below the horizon line. Now if you're going to do one above the horizon line, you're going to do the same thing, only up top. So I'll show you that. So now you have one above the horizon line. On the horizon line is a little tricky. We're going to create one right here that's on the horizon line. So now you can see above the horizon line looks like this, below the horizon line looks like this, and on the horizon line looks like this. And all this one needs is one last little line here to show where this stops. So I'm going to put a little dot there. We'll use the triangle right up against the edge, just like with the other ones. And that's what that looks like. On, above, and below. So that's what you're going to practice today. Once you've created these forms on, above, and below the horizon line, then you can try out some more challenging things. Maybe try out a shape that is more than just this square. Maybe it's a T, or it's the letter L. Let's see what that looks like. There's the letter L.